found a story that I think you guys would like. It's a story about a stray cat. I had this recorded, but it didn't sound right, so I'm doing it again because I only want the best for you guys. So let's start out with my church. That we don't have any pets at the church, nothing whatsoever. It's not normal to have a church pet. I mean, if you guys do, explain to me in the comments below, because I don't really understand that because we don't have any pets. Anyway, so there was this stray cat. It was black, had white paws, and after a while of it being there, my sister named it Furballs. It was really skinny, so obviously it wasn't being fed. It looked really dirty, so it was, and I'm not joking, a stray cat. So eventually we started giving it water because it was during the summertime. We gave it water and stuff, and it, it sticked around. And my pastor said, you know what, why not just keep him around? Because it was a male cat. He said, why not just keep him around? He could keep away all the mice and, keep anything, basically all the unwanted things away. So we're like, all right, so then we about to start bringing food, and then we started feeding it, but then we realized winter's coming. And that was a problem because we're like, great, that's gonna cause so many problems. Who's gonna take care of it then? Because no one can take this cat home. I already have 2 cats. My pastor has had 2 dogs. He had 2 dogs, but now he only has 1. And he can't let the cat inside, obviously. And the other members of the church, they can't take a cat in, basically. It's where they live, they can't do that. So we were like, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to take you to the Humane Society. We like you and all, but we only want what's best for you, this cat. We wanted to keep Furballs away from any unneeded danger and stuff. We didn't want him to freeze to death or anything like that. We're like, we're so sorry. We need to take you to the Humane Society. So we decided, all right, on Friday, we're gonna take it to the Humane Society. We're gonna get a box, cover the top. It doesn't matter with what. We could probably use a piece of paper or something to cover the top, poke some holes in it so he can breathe, and then just take him there. We didn't have a regular kennel box or a kennel because my kennel was only meant for my cats, and if you had fleas or something like that, or some kind of disease or something, it might hurt my cats. We didn't want to do that. So we got a random box that was big enough for him. Taped the sides up. It was like a small box, but we taped the sides up. So it looks pretty big. And then we're like, all right, let's use this thing that we got from Costco. Because when you go to Costco and they give you boxes basically to put everything in, that's what it was. It was like a box that they gave us. So we put it on top, and my friend, the cat wasn't inside, trust me, my friend poked holes in it. And then my mom, when she saw the hole, she's like, that doesn't look big enough. So she poked bigger holes in it. Basically just stuck it in the already hole and just made it bigger. That was mistake number 1. So then we had a problem getting him into the box. We couldn't get him into the box because he kept on spreading his paws out completely far, and then we couldn't put him inside the box. It was pretty funny because all of a sudden you just see this cat as if it's trying not to get into the water. No, I don't want to get into the box. It doesn't want to get in there. But finally we got him in there. We put the top on. We put him inside the car. We started driving, and then we see this little paw stick out from one of the holes that my mom made bigger, and it was it's trying to get out, basically. It thought it was trapped. I feel sorry for the thing, but it was also really funny because I was sitting in the front with my mom, and I looked back and I just see this paw grabbing everything. It grabbed onto the seat and started trying to pull the seat in or something. He tried to get out. I shouldn't be laughing. It was pretty funny. Obviously that cat was having a problem in there. He wanted to get out, and we couldn't let him out. So we're driving along, and my mom said, just keep your hands away from him. Try not to get scratched by him. But you just see this little paw, and then all of a sudden you see just this paw sticking out from right where the things were taped, which we should have taped it better, but it wasn't taped that well. So it's like this, and then all of a sudden you see just paw just trying to get out. It's so sad, but it was so funny at the time. And I start laughing at him. My mom's like, this isn't funny. He's obviously probably having a panic attack in there. I'm like, I know it's not funny. I just can't stop laughing for some reason. This is just too funny. All of a sudden you see just cat paw just stick out nowhere. And then the best part was yet to come. We were not far from it whatsoever. We were getting pretty close. It was 3 streets away. And they were pretty long streets, so I guess it was still quite a ways away. Then all of a sudden my sister yells saying, his head's coming out of the hole! So what ended up happening was he dug so much around the hole, it was big enough to stick his head in. So then all of a sudden you see this little cat head just trying to get out. And my mom said, push his head back in! But I died at that moment. I was done. My mom said, push his head back in. And I was pushing his head back in. I just couldn't stop laughing. So just, you see this brown box and you see this cat just sticking through. And the hair was pulled back, so it made his eyes look really, really big. And I have a black cat, so it looks, if you guys have a black cat and they have yellow eyes, you guys will know what I'm talking about, so it looked pretty funny. And he's like, like that is what he kept on doing, and he kept on trying to get out, and the next thing you know, it was like a paw like started sticking out the hole too. Then my mom said, stick his head back in, and I'm like, I'm trying. And it was just, as soon as he stuck his head in, and then somehow the hole opened even more, and he got out, and everything broke loose at that moment. As soon as my sister said, he's loose! So then my mom's like, she's trying to drive this entire time. And this cat is running loose inside the car. And she's like, well, grab him! Like, and then everything just like, all it was, like you can tell what happened from 5 minutes, from as soon as that moment happened to 5 minutes later. You couldn't understand what was going on because we were all yelling. And I was yelling at my sister probably to grab the cat! Grab Furball! I was like, we were just yelling all over the place, and and my sister unbuckled and tried to grab the cat, and we have a van, a minivan. So there's like driver, passenger, 2 more seats, 3 seats in the back. And then there's like a little deep area for groceries or something like that, something in the back. It's basically the trunk. So then the cat was like running all over in the car, trying to get out. I'm just dying of laughter because it was just how my sister said it. She was like, he's loose! Like it was as if like it wasn't like he was gonna attack us or anything. And yeah, my mom didn't want, if he had a disease, to get anywhere else inside the car, but it was pretty funny because he was just like, all of them just, everything just broke loose. Like, everything just went crazy at that moment. And then we pulled in, and then my mom said, stay inside the car. And I said, I'm not staying inside the car. So I shut the door. And the side doors, when you pull them, they're automatic. So you can't shut it or close them whenever you want. It's like a certain time, like that. So my sister was back there, so she couldn't get out. And then I just like shut the doors because we had to roll up, before that we had to roll up the windows because the windows were down. So we had to roll it up so he didn't jump out the windows. And they were open out that much, just that much. Not big enough for any cat to go through. So he's like trying to get out. He's like running around. And end up we had clean, we recently, during that time, we got our car washed. So the windows were pretty clean. So then he got up to the front, right where I was sitting, the passenger side, and he got up, looked around like he was trying to get out like crazy, like poor cat, but it was too funny. And he looked around, saw my window, and jumped at it. I was looking at him at that moment, and he just turns, jumps at me, I'm guessing to get out, but he hits the window, and he hit it at like an angle, so he went boom, and then just like went back down. Like, so, and then my mom runs inside and says, like they just recently put out signs saying like we can't accept any more cats because they have too many cats. Poor cats, like no one ever wants cats, but who would not want a cat? I mean, I've got a cat right here and she's off screen, but she's sleeping. You know what? I'll show you guys. Look, there she is. Say hi, Dessa. Well, anyway, so my mom runs inside and says, I know you guys aren't accepting any more cats, but we have a stray cat and it's loose inside our car, so can you basically take it in? And then they said, well, we have to evaluate it, make sure it doesn't have any owners. And then my mom's like, I know, but can you please get him? He's loose in the car. And then they asked, do you have a carrier? And she's like, yes, but it broke. And then she's like, all right. She grabbed the carrier, came outside where I was standing, just dying of laughter. And then my mom said, stop laughing. Why are you outside the car? You're supposed to be in there with your sister. And I'm like, I couldn't stay in there, but he hit the window. I was just dying of laughter. I'm like, he hit the window, and it's just like, oh, and I started laughing. And then my mom's like, it's not funny, he could have hurt himself. And then the lady got into the driver's seat, and she basically was like crawling over the seats, and I was wondering, why are you doing that? Like, I mean, yeah, I understand he's like way in the back in the car by now, but you climbed over the seats with your shoes on. That's a no-no in my book. So she climbs over, and she looks like she's trying to hunt for the cat. Like, that's the way she's looking at this moment. She's trying, and finally she got him. And the way that you grab cats to make sure that they don't move around a lot is to grab them by the scruff of their neck. That's the way that their moms grab them, and they will kind of go into a position and just stay like that. So she grabbed them like that, put them in the carrier, brought it out, and then once they took him inside, we were just about to go inside to make sure everything was gonna go okay. We all just kind of looked around, we're like, yes, like everything worked out. And I was still laughing. Then at that moment I realized that I would never see the cat again, so we started getting a little bit upset. But then after, you know, everything worked out, he was gonna be signed up, be put into a home, and well, basically signed up to be able to be put inside a home. I gotta go, guys, so I hope you guys liked the video. Leave a like if you did. Comment down below if you guys ever had a crazy cat experience or a experience where one of your animals got loose in the car. I would like to hear that because I want to know if it was as bad as what I went through. Subscribe because I do make videos every Mondays. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. So all of a sudden you just see half this cat just like coming out. It's like, here's Johnny.